I don't know.
I feel like I barely saw anything else at first, so now I don't want to.
Oh.
I'm looking. I can't tell.
Okay. We're good. I'm not gonna touch buttons. The last time I touched buttons, everything broke.
Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome. So, I'm like very distracted right now.
It's okay.
We're playing more Ace Attorney today. Is my mic working? Yes. Okay. I'm hoping we'll finish up this case today.
I don't remember where we left off.
I think we're about to go to trial.
Ooh, okay.
Let me pull up the What is this? We're in case 3. Alright, where were we? Yeah, okay, I think we finished the... Yeah, okay, so we're on trial. This is the final section.
Hold the, okay, there we go.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
It's okay.
It's all good.
It's okay.
I was gonna say at some point I'm probably gonna have to get up because my dog is in my room and she is a menace to me and everybody I live with.
My white cat won't leave me alone now.
Why?
She's grown very attached very quickly.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like when I get home now, she's like meow, meow, meow,
She's your
meow.
cat.
I was like, no, not the cat
feed her?
distribution system. Do I feed her? No.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Does she
feel
love
like that
me?
happens.
Now, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I do anything with her? Not really.
She just loves you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just exist. And she's like, okay.
Alright, I think we're all good now.
Okay.
Oh gosh, this was me, right?
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks. Okay. What did she sound like?
Good morning, Mr.
Like, you know,
I remember the voice, but I don't remember how intense I did it.
It was intense. She's like a very hyper.
Sorry. I was scrolling on something else. I didn't mean to be that big. My bad.
She's an
yeah, I think
excited character.
I think I remember. Good morning, Mr. Wright.
There we go.
Good morning, Maggie.
So, what do you think is gonna happen today, sir? Yesterday's session didn't go so well and ended on a giant mystery.
That's true.
I don't remember what happened.
I don't remember either.
I don't recall. And we still haven't solved a single part of it yet.
Are you okay, Nick?
Huh? Oh, yeah, of course.
I saw that little flash of doubt in your eyes.
No! That wasn't doubt, that was, determination!
Why don't I believe you?
It's nearly time, Maggie. You'd better get going to the defendant's seat.
Roger, don't let me down, Mr. Wright. I'm counting on you.
Hey, pal.
Gumshoe.
Hey, Detective Gumshoe.
Quit stressing Maggie out. She doesn't need that.
Oh, Mr. Boyfriend over here. Okay. How did you know she was stressed?
I was watching through the doorway.
Kind of weird. Oh. Oh.
You look like you lost the case already. Show a bit of confidence, will you, pal? Here, maybe this'll help.
Huh? Have you taken up aromatherapy too?
Not in a million years, pal. Don't tell me that you don't remember this thing.
I don't.
Come to think of it, that doesn't look like one of the aromatherapy bottles.
This is a small bottle that turned up in Today Beyond kitchen a couple days ago.
Wow, look at all these little bottles.
Oh, they're aromatherapy oils.
Oh,
He's got
I've
so
s-
many, they're overflowing into the floor. What's up, Snapple?
No. Sorry, go ahead.
Normally,
It's coming back to me.
Oh.
I was gonna say normally, like the flashbacks were like, "This happened 5 minutes ago," and now this time, all of us are like, what happened next?"
Oh yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. There's one bottle that's different from all the others.
All right, I was doing French accent.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
There's a lot.
And doesn't smell.
We finally got the analysis result back from the lab.
So, what is it? Is it the poison?
I sniffed a whole bunch of it.
I'm afraid not, pal.
Oh.
It's medication.
Oh.
Medication?
Yeah, for ears. Topical use only, apparently.
For ears? You mean?
Yeah.
Markiplier!
Hello, everybody.
Markiplier. It's the medication Markiplier was using for his ruptured eardrum.
Man, the Freddy Fazbear finally punctured his eardrum.
What was Glenn Elg's, right? That was his name?
Yeah.
Glenn Elg, ear medicine doing in the kitchen. What if he needed it and he
He's dead,
just
isn't he?
died? Yeah, what if he needed it and died from needing it?
From his
I don't,
ear?
Yeah, I don't know if an ear infection would
I don't know.
would
I
like
mean, I
kill
don't
you
know.
immediately.
I mean, I don't know how medicine works. I'm just
I had
giving
an
a
ear
guess.
infection one time and it was really painful. So maybe it was just like, ouchie, my ear, and then he died.
Yeah, I get ear infections all the time
Yeah.
because I'm always wearing headphones or
about-
earbuds.
What about the unidentified fingerprint? Anything on that?
Someone screwed up, so they only had time to analyze the analyze the contents of the bottle. Another hour, and they might have gotten something on the print spot.
Who was that? Bring him
really?
here.
Oh, the thing on ear infections, I have never gotten one.
Oh,
Lucky.
And I wear
damn.
earbuds like all the time.
You were lucky.
They're really,
You don't
really
want one.
painful.
Yeah, I got
I-
one when I was like 6.
It's
I'm
a different
immune.
kind.
I
I
get
get them often.
Yeah, I get them like once a month or so.
Damn.
I
get
haven't
ear
gotten-
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I'm,
I was
I'm
just gonna say, get
immune
them for
to the,
allergies sometimes.
I'm immune to the ear
Oh
infection
yeah, I
demon.
get allergies too, so
Yeah.
Not good.
I get allergies, yeah, I get
I
that.
have allergies and I wear earbuds, but the last time I got an ear infection, I was like 6.
Damn.
I had
We
chicken
were,
pox
like-
at one time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I think
I was
I've already
like,
had one this year.
I was like 5, I think.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they were pretty bad. I don't
You're
like
at
it.
risk of shingles then.
No,
When
am
you
I?
get old.
yeah, it
that's
turns
what-
you
Yeah.
into like a roof.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
You just get flattened into a board.
You have to get the shingles vaccine now when you get old.
That shit caught me off guard.
You have to find a house and lay on top of it.
No, I don't want to be a shingle.
Outer's gonna
No.
be
Too
a
late.
shingle.
I'm just like an old man, and one day I wake up, oh, I feel it. Wow.
Bored.
Yeah, I think it like runs in my family a little bit because my dad gets that kind
Oh.
of thing a lot.
Dang.
Literally, okay, for real. What are shingles like in
It's
sickness
like
wise?
chickenpox, but
Oh,
It's like chickenpox,
old.
but like bad,
oh.
yeah,
like evil.
it's worse.
but but
Yeah.
evil.
It's like the chickenpox. They like went dormant in your body, and then like all of a sudden when you hit like I don't know how old you have to be, but old, they just like reemerge and try to
What
kill
the
you.
fuck?
I can't
Even,
Yeah, they're
remember.
like-
It's like bumps
even
and stuff.
even
Yeah.
with like the vaccine and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Shingles
it's
is like
if
a
you
different
get
thing.
chickenpox, then
Yeah.
you have risk of shingles when you're old.
Shingles is like already in you, so like you have to make sure you don't. Yeah.
It's lingering. It's festering.
Oh god. No.
Yeah, it's like really painful apparently.
Oh,
even
shit.
though I always get ear infections, I can say that I've never gotten COVID and I've never broken a bone.
Hey.
So
Oh.
those are my
Hey.
bragging rights.
I've never broken a bone. I can brag on that, but I have gotten COVID.
I
Yeah.
sprained my ankle doing the pacer test.
I
Sorry, I'm not allowed to
dislocated.
do-
I dislocated my shoulder for trying to do a bicycle kick.
Oh,
I've injured my fingers very many times, but I don't think I've
Hey.
ever broken
Broken a bone.
anything.
But I don't have bones, so.
You're right.
Oh.
Anyway.
Okay.
That's going to weaken its impact as a piece of evidence.
Okay, pal. This isn't. Make your defense as impregnable today. Got it?
Huh?
I think we
Impregnate
went
what?
through this already.
Oh yeah, we got the. It's fine. Don't worry
Someone
about it.
said that word.
Just don't get pregnant during the trial. You should be fine. Okay.
Today's trial, I'm gonna expose that guy for what he's done. Or my name isn't Phoenix Wright.
I forgot about the Cheeto Man and his goth
Cheeto
GF.
Man. That's like the first thing I remembered, but I couldn't remember why he was there. He's opposite Ace.
Ooh, hold on.
It's opposite day.
Court is
Sorry
now
if you
in
just heard the
session.
door close really loud.
It's okay. I didn't hear anything. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Wait, I think I'm playing Phoenix for this
Oh yeah, you're right.
for this one.
Ayakado.
Ready and waiting as always, Your Honor.
Very good. Then we'll get it underway at once. I don't
Oy, oy, oy.
Yesterday we heard the testimony of Mr. Victor Kudo. He claims to have witnessed the defendant putting a powder in the victim's coffee. However, the witness's testimony was plagued with a number of problems.
The mark on the rim of the cup shows that the victim drank from it with his right hand. But according to the old man's testimony, he picked it up with his left hand.
Thank you, Mr. Godot. Furthermore, according to the witness's account, the victim was listening to the radio with an earpiece in his left ear. Yet, the victim's left eardrum was ruptured, which made him effectively deaf in that ear.
It's amazing how many contradictions a single case can have, huh, Nick?
Huh. Allow me to enlighten you, Your Honor. The world, you see, keeps turning and we must turn with it.
So true.
So that's like that one quote from the anime. It's like, we live in a world. That's it.
That was the most vague sentence you've ever said. It's like from that one quote. Okay, you've lost me already, Mr. Godot.
I know that was my whole thing.
know what
That
you're
was my no. That was my whole plan. That was my
Okay,
whole plan.
okay,
That's
okay.
part of it, you know.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't let the mysterious mysteries of yesterday mystify you today. Only losers think like that. You've got to change with the times. That's one of my rules.
Are you implying that you've resolved these contradictions?
You know the answer to these riddles?
That's the judge.
You
thing.
know the answers to
Oh.
these riddles?
I was trying to do an impression of you, Your Honor, but I couldn't. The old guy wasn't throwing seed in here. He was throwing us off the scent. What?
Okay,
And today I'll prove it.
very well. Let the first witness take the stand. Please go ahead.
I don't really understand half of the shit he says. Oh,
Oh.
Oh.
Oh no!
I'm gonna go insane. And you are? Oh, bonjour, everyone.
I just remembered the first time you were voicing him and you were like, I'm having a stroke, and then just carried on.
I'm about to after 2 weeks.
I am Jin Armstrong, the owner of head chef in La Très Bien restaurant in Chant.
Oh.
I'm just gonna butcher everything he says.
Forgive me for asking, witness, but are you a woman?
None of your business, Judge.
Yeah.
Judge.
Adele
Get
was
with the
ju-
times,
Adele
old man.
was just saying to get with the times, bro.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Seriously,
matter.
goddamn.
Oh la la, monsieur. As you can see, I am the pert and perky gentleman, none?
On the day of the incident, you were in Tres Bien kitchen. Isn't that right?
With you, monsieur? Everything feels right.
Huh. Wow. Oh,
Wow, he's totally unfazed. Doesn't anything intimidate this guy?
Very well, your testimony, please, witness. Please tell the court what happened the day of at Très Bien.
Oui, mon volunteers.
Yeah.
When it all happened, there was 2 customers in my restaurant. I remember I was experimenting with some art decor that day. Like having a large mirror between the table, for example. Wait, perhaps that is what all man was looking at. La cup, la airpace, la glasses, you would have seen everything in reverse. None.
That's a pretty good point.
A mirror?
Oui, on the grand mirror, la most enormous mirror.
damn. Why is he standing like that? And suddenly the mystery disappears. Like I said, the world keeps turning, so roll with it.
That would explain the coffee cup at the earpiece and the earpiece conundrum. The mirror would have made everything appear back to front.
What the heck? It's way too early in the morning for this to be happening to me.
Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
That's crazy. I kind of hate the fact that his that and as make sense in a way
Mm-hmm.
when talking.
Fire!
The coffee cup, the earpiece, and the HMD. Let's think back over Mr. Kudo's testimony for a second, shall we?
The boy was wearing.
I forgot what voice I gave this guy.
That's pretty good.
The boy was wearing earpiece at the same side of the green lens of his specs. No questions. You can.
Oh my god, Yannick.
You can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt.
So, to summarize, we were told both the HMD and the earpiece were on the victim's left side. Now, if Mr. Kudo saw all of that as a reflection in a mirror, means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side.
Experiment, you see, monster. Now that you think about it, it is not the hard none.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's where we run into a monumental contradiction with the facts. Mr. Kudo really did see everything in a mirror. Why is it that the HMD is now on the wrong side of the head?
Order, Mr. Wright is correct. If the witness genuinely observed the victim reflected in a mirror, then we would expect the victim's eyepiece to have been over his right eye.
Objection!
How bitter. Tried. You should have a taste of this bitterness. It'll calm you down in no time.
Are we talking about your coffee or something completely different?
You don't understand the way the witness thinks.
How he thinks?
You remember this, I presume.
The I broke the vase, sorry apology Mr. Kudo's sworn testimony.
Exactly. The old man has one very, grievous. Sorry. A grievous habit, other than throwing seeds. The more of an impression something makes, the more muddled his mind makes it. Hello, and what's the most striking thing about Mr. Elg?
Clearly, it's the victim's eyepiece.
And that's my point. The old man strikes again. Mr. Elg's HMD made a big impression on the old man. I saw the earpiece and those newfangled speckles he was wearing. Oh yes, they were both on his left ear. Do you hear? His left ear.
Oh.
Well tried.
Ugh, that's the worst but best impression of Kudo ever.
I didn't.
Wow, I really thought he was a little seedy for a minute there. Godot's good.
Oh. Enough. I must agree that yesterday's witness was irresponsibly rash in much of his testimony.
Bad luck, Nick. Looks like the boil of a contradiction you found is just a rash. Maya, ew.
Yeah.
A mirror can't be beaten by a handful of seeds, nor can it lie. So, what exactly was the old man looking at? Fill us in, Mr. Armstrong. Go on. Tell the court. We're all ears.
Well, I can explain. Please, if you will look at the plans of the restaurant. Lars, is everyone sitting comfortably? The mirror, it was in the middle of the restaurant, dividing the two aisles. Aisles. There is only one seat from which you can have seen an image of the victim. That was the seat in the table next to the victim was wearing the old man was sitting. After the terrible incident occurred, I moved the mirror so it was not in the way. But naturally, I did not touch anything else.
I see no problems with the explanation we have just heard. From the table next to the victims, Mr. Kudo could have seen the victim in the mirror.
That naughty little cook. Yeah, I am wearing confusing of the man with like these.
Don't worry about it. We can keep up. Except for the guy breaking out in a cold sweat over there again.
Ugh, I hate that guy.
You said you didn't touch anything else apart from the mirror? Are you quite sure about that?
Volunteers, of course.
Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please.
Hello, Rose. Welcome in.
Hey, miss.
Rose!
Okay.
Objection!
This piece of evidence contradicts the testimony we've heard, Your Honor.
The crime photo.
Yes, this photo clearly shows something that theoretically should not exist.
What on earth do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
Should not exist.
Well, I keep yawning.
Sounds like you're describing yourself, Trite.
Now then, if the defendant would please clarify its statement. What is the something that should not exist in this photo?
The person. The glass?
The vase.
Vase.
Because it should be broken, because the old guy broke it.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's true.
Is it? Wait. Oh wait,
Um,
I think actually it's supposed to be something else. Oh no, it is, okay.
What possible connections does the witness's testimony?
Because
Sorry.
the walkthrough has a typo. And it says case instead of vase.
Oh.
Your Honor, telling you that there should have been no vase on this table. It very clearly contradicts with this piece of evidence.
Yeah, well, I'm yawning.
With the
I'm not even
weenie-
tired.
I'm sorry.
the weenies.
The weenies! It was the weenies. all
Contradicts
along.
with the weenies. There's one thing that was clearly demonstrated by yesterday's testimony. Mr. Kudo broke the vase that was on the table where he was sitting. And yet, as the court can see, there is an unbroken vase on the table next to the victim. Why? Because Mr. Kudo was not, in fact, sitting at the table next to the victim at all.
Objection!
Don't be an idiot, Trite. That's impossible. That seat's the only one Kudo could have seen the victim's reflection on from.
Exactly. There's only one conclusion we can draw from this contradiction. There was no mirror in Très Bien that day. Your testimony, Mr. Armstrong, is an elaborate lie.
Mondi!
Objection!
Don't try to confuse the court, Trite. Obviously, the witness cleaned up the vase. while the police were taking their time getting the crime scene.
Unfortunately, Mr. Godot, that doesn't quite work for me. Mr. Armstrong already testified to the contrary. In his own words, I did not touch anything else except the mirror.
Oh. Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself?
I was right. There was no mirror in the restaurant that day.
In light of this revelation, we return back to the original problem. Why did the victim have an earpiece in an ear which he couldn't hear?
Huh. You only get one shot in life. There's no turning back. If you want to claim that the mirror wasn't there, Trite, then this problem is all yours. How do you explain what the old man saw?
If I can answer this, then I'll be that much closer to the truth. I can feel it.
Sorry, I'm choking on tea. Are you gonna be okay? Can you really solve this contradiction, Nick?
There's more than just this one contradiction, Maya.
What do you mean?
Remember what Maggie told us? There was another man at the victim's table, and there was a sample CD on the victim's table. It all flies in the face of Mr. Kudo's testimony. And I think I know the reason why nothing in this case is adding up. I will be right back.
Okay.
I'm eating Pocky right now.
I'm so invested. It's
Okay.
really fun.
No longer choking on tea.
Are you okay, Naka?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you
It's
heard me
tea.
if you heard me cough for a second and then
A little bit.
What kind of tea do you have?
what peppermint tea with honey and a little bit of sugar.
Ooh. Okay.
It's- I took a sip of it and like immediately inhaled it and started dying.
I'm sorry. I'm glad you're okay.
It's okay. My
I
breath
went-
feels sugary now.
Ooh. I went to like a garden thing last month where like walk around and I got local local honey
Ooh.
and it's so nice. It's like raw orange blossom
Oh.
honey. And I've been putting that in my tea lately. And I think it's been helping me with my allergies, but it's so tasty. It makes me want to go make tea. Probably make some after stream.
Local
it-
honey is like so good.
Mhm.
I've eaten honey before from like a honeycomb.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't mind the honeycomb.
Oh
Mm.
yeah.
It's so just satisfying to chew on.
I want to try that so bad. Every time I see people biting into honeycomb, like something primal takes over, and I'm like,
Like-
I need to eat that.
Those
Like, just think
ASMR
of-
channels.
think of those like little sodas, those wax sodas.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that,
Oh, I want
Yeah.
to try
but
it.
better. But better.
Yeah, I've taken a big old chunk out of honeycomb before. It's
Oh my
super
God.
honey though. Like it's so much sweeter than you expect.
Oh,
Doesn't
I
it
want to
have, like-
try.
Doesn't honey have like a lot of minerals that you need from it?
Oh, well, I know honey's like good for you. I
Sugar.
think it's an anti-inflammatory,
Mm.
I believe. It is sugar. But
I've heard eating local honey helps with your allergies
yeah,
somehow.
yeah, that's what like I've been putting it in my tea and I think it has been helping me with
Mm.
allergies.
Oh my god, I
Like,
need to drink a bottle then.
Yeah, if you can get local honey, it's good to
Yeah.
get.
There's a place like up the street from where I live that sells local honey.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it.
What
Especially if it
minerals
is
does
shaped like
honey
bees.
have? Honey has about 31 different minerals like
Oh.
phosphorus, magnesium, and potassium.
Oh.
Okay, so with the potassium, you won't get like fatigue when you stand up.
I didn't know it had potassium. That's cool.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
For all those people out there that stand up and get dizzy, eat honey.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
I'm
me.
back.
Welcome back.
Hi,
Hello.
guys.
I had to
Hi.
go get the food.
Hey.
I'm eating the Pocky you got me.
Oh, nice.
We were talking about local honey.
You like honey?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You a honey head.
Yeah, I
Heather's.
like it.
Honey head.
You a honey head?
Yeah.
That sounds like a fan name for like
It
a
does.
YouTuber.
Hi, you honey heads.
Yeah, it totally could be if you're a bee.
Hi, honey.
Hi, honey.
Hi, honey.
I forgot that was a thing for like a while. The whole
Honey?
little
Like a pet name?
trend.
I think
The whole
Yeah.
little
it was
trend
a
where it's like, hi,
Hololive.
honey.
It started with Hololive.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember Gura did that.
Okay. Let's
You
keep
make
going.
that. You make that a
Okay.
redeem.
Hi,
A hi,
honey.
honey, redeem.
The hi, honey.
Well, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer.
Mm. Yes, Your Honor. The reason behind all the contradictions in Mr. Kudo's testimony is simple. This case is riddled with contradictions. Yet there's one very simple answer that clears them all up.
And what is that?
The incident Mr. Kudo witnessed and the incident the victim experienced were two completely different events.
Oh,
What?
Yes, the victim that Mr. Kudo saw wasn't Mr. Glenn Elg at all. It was an imposter, a phony, pretending to be Mr. Elg.
It really was Markiplier.
Obviously, unlike the victim, there was nothing wrong with the imposter's left eardrum. That's how he ended up wearing the earpiece in his left ear by mistake.
Order! Order in the court! Settle down or I'll clear the courtroom!
Quiet, Gramps. Why don't you clear out of here, huh?
What did you just say?
Ooh. Trite. Are you saying that what Mr. Kudo saw was a setup?
Yes. Someone pretended to be Glenn Elg and acted out the whole coffee poisoning. All for the express purpose of creating a witness out of one Mr. Kudo.
Objection!
Get real, Trite. Why would anyone want to do that?
Isn't it obvious? The thing Mr. Kudo was most insistent about in his testimony was...
The serving girl brought me a Javakino. That's the serving girl right there in the defendant chair. I remember her well.
It's so hard to believe, but...
There was one and only one reason to show Mr. Kudo was fake poisoning. To show Maggie Bird in the act of poisoning the coffee.
Objection!
Are you insinuating that the waitress in the old man's story was a fake as well? It's true that there were no other customers in the restaurant at the time, but... Right. It's also true that the chef was there. He would have noticed what was happening.
That's right. Well, witness. If your restaurant really was this, the sense of such theatrics, scene of such theatrics, you would have known about it, correct?
Oh la la, these are most difficult for me.
No, it's quite simple. All you have to do is testify. You are under oath, after all. Was there, in fact, a phony at Trebian that day? The defense demands that Mr. Armstrong tell the whole truth about what happened.
The defense's request for additional testimony is accepted. You will accurately explain in detail the events in the restaurant that day.
Oui. Oui. The victim, Monsieur Helg, came to my restaurant alone. I remember the old man arrived not long after him. There were no other customers. When he got word he won the lottery, Von Helg became very excited. It was approximately 5 minutes later Zala was poisoning incident occurred. None there was time for a phony to do the acting.
Just so we're clear, there was no mirror in the restaurant at all.
Jav, Jaboose, demand pardon. Forgive me, Your Honor. I lied because I wanted this mess to be cleared up quickly.
What you have just done is commit perjury, Mr. Armstrong. I will decide how to punish you later.
This guy would probably enjoy that.
Yeah.
I was thinking that too.
I was like, oh, punish, okay.
For now, we will hear your cross-examination, Mr. Wright, if you please.
He took that perjury charge a bit too well. I'm guessing he'll be in more serious trouble after this cross-examination. By old man, you mean Victor Kudo, right?
It comes often for my special coffee.
I drank your coffee once, Mr. Armstrong. It's special, I'll give you that. It's worth a sip just for the experience.
Oh, you make me so happy, monsieur. You are most welcome anytime.
I said it was worth one sip, and nothing more.
Damn.
So old Mr. Kudo arrived at the restaurant around the same time as the victim. Maybe I should ask about his arrival in more detail. Out of curiosity, about what time was it when Mr. Kudo arrived?
Oh no, I cannot remember, monsieur.
I believe we were told by the witness yesterday.
The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir.
Does that perhaps jog your memory, witness?
The incident happened about 20 minutes after arrived. You get what I mean? You get what I mean now? He's like, happened.
Yeah. As
So the victim must have she fucking arrived between 2 p.m. and 2:10. None.
Just after 2, huh?
Thank you for your help in jogging my memory, monsieur. You are wonderful.
Oh, I can't sit here all the. Oh, sorry. I can't sit here all the time and do nothing now, can I?
You kind of already do.
Yeah.
The time of day will be added to the witness's testimony.
Oui, monsieur judge. Everything I do it for you.
Merci bien. That French isn't. This French isn't it? Oh.
Glad at least one person is in a good mood.
He's even humming a song to himself.
Judge kicking his feet on that desk. Mm.
I'm afraid I've finally got you, Mr. Armstrong.
We? What do you mean?
At the time in question, the victim was listening to the radio with his earpiece. The show he was listening to was Millionaire Radio. Each week they announced the winning numbers of the $500,000 lottery ticket.
Well, that must be the show man, Elg was listening to.
I can't see any problem with this testimony, Mr. Wright.
I wonder... You say the victim arrived at your restaurant after 2 p.m., correct?
Wait, I am sure of it. I remember it perfectly now. I know it was the time because I'd just finished serving my lunch menu.
Get to the point, Trite, if you have one.
That show is broadcast live at 1:30 p.m. and it claims to be the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life.
It's on the air at 1:30.
Now, supposedly, the victim made some noise when it was announced that he had won. And yet, I don't believe his cry of joy could have occurred after 2 p.m. because the show had already finished more than 30 minutes earlier by that point in time. The victim we've been told about has done nothing but the impossible. Listening to the radio that ruptured eardrum, catching a show that was already over. There's only one conclusion you can draw from these facts. The victim was an imposter, acting out the poisoning 30 minutes after the real murder. Yes, there were 2 Glen Elgs in Trebian that day. The real Glen Elg, now dead, having been poisoned by the real killer. And the phony Glen Elg, acting out the events for Mr. Kudo to witness.
It certainly seems that way. I mean, if that wasn't the case, how could you explain the time discrepancy?
Objection.
Quite a performance, Trite. You're almost on a roll. But sadly, you lack the rock-hard foundation of rhythm to build your song.
What is this? Music Theory 101?
Let's recap. According to your imaginative theory, it's now just after 2 p.m. The phony Elg is performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kudo. How do you explain then where the real Glen Elg is?
I don't believe I have to spell this out for the court. However, that time the real Glen Elg was already dead.
That's certainly the obvious conclusion.
Objection.
Thank you, Trite. That's exactly what I was hoping you'd say.
What?
Now, I presume you can prove this theory of yours? Can you explain where the missing corpse went to?
The missing corpse?
According to the old man's testimony, there was only one other customer there. If that customer was the phony Elg, then where did the killer hide the body of the real victim?
No.
The prosecution has a valid point, Mr. Wright. If your theory is to stand up to examination by the court, you must provide us with proof by answering the prosecution's question. Where did the killer hide the body?
Yes, Your Honor.
No conjecture. Wait, is that right? Conjecture?
So,
No
yep.
conjecture. Tried. Let's hear some facts for once. Show the court a Show the court a piece of evidence that proves where the body was hidden.
Evidence?
What's with the intense pressure in here all of a sudden?
I thought I had him with that contradiction. But he's turned it all around and backed me into a corner instead.
Well, Mr. Wright, the court will now hear the defense's theory and evidence. First, where was the body of the real Mr. Elg concealed?
Would have been too dangerous to take the body outside. Obviously, the body must have been hidden somewhere inside Trebian.
Interesting. But where could a body have been hidden inside a restaurant? Perhaps you would care to show the court on these plans, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. The body was hidden here.
I see.
Nice, supposition. But the real question is, can you back it up?
Hello, welcome in.
Hi.
Hello.
Can we back it up? Oh yeah.
The nose inhaler.
Yum.
Mr.
Yeah, oh,
Armstrong, do you recognize his bottle?
My God, leave some air. Oh my
No.
God, that was like a
Deep inhale.
None. I have never seen the ugly bottle before in my life. I am only use the very best bottle, monsieur. That is quality only for me.
Where was that bottle found, Mr. Wright?
Interestingly enough, Your Honor, it was found in the kitchen of Trebian.
Okay. But I only ever use the bottles from my aromatherapy oils.
This bottle doesn't contain aromatherapy oil, Mr. Armstrong. No, it contains a medication.
What kind of medication?
I'm sure everyone remembers, don't they? That Mr. Elg visited an otolaryngological clinic and was given medication that day.
You can't be serious.
The defense had the contents of the bottle analyzed, and I have the lab results here. The contents of the bottle match the prescription that was given to Mr. Elg.
What?
Glenn Elg's murderer hid the body in the restaurant kitchen, at which time this bottle fell out of the victim's pocket. Mr. Armstrong, when the incident occurred, didn't you say you were in the kitchen?
Monsieur.
Yes, you know what I'm about to say. It was you who hid the victim's body. You did a fine job pretending to defend my client, Maggie Bird. However, you were setting her up to take the fall behind the poor girl's back.
No.
Order! Order! This is an extraordinary development. Witness, did you murder Mr. Glenn Elg?
Never. I could not do such an horrible thing.
Oh, what?
Huh?
Flashback.
No.
Oh.
Mr. Godot.
The bitterness.
Huh?
Every time I get lied to, I always down a mug of coffee. That's one of my rules.
You have the slightest idea how many cups you've had by now?
How many has he had in total in like one day? Like 24?
Many.
Probably.
Then I like to do the same to the person who lied to me.
Drink
You like
them?
to drink? Yeah, I was about to, yeah.
Uh,
I like to take them down with my empty cup. Yeah, you're right, Feathers. Listen up. Listen up, Chef. How about a brand new flavor in your ear? My H deficient friend.
Oh,
Ooh,
making
I
fun
don't
of
know.
French people.
Yeah. Javus demanded pardon. Please, you must hear me out. It is a trap. Listen to me. Por favor.
God, yo hablo español, Mr. Armstrong. And por favor is Spanish.
I wonder if the judge really speaks
Yo
Spanish.
hablo español, Mr. Armstrong.
I want to see the judge try to rizz up like a Latina for some reason. I'm only going to ask you once. Did you do it? None. So he's doing like a mix between French and Spanish. I'm gonna try my best to do that.
Oh no.
Absolutely none.
No, I think he just.
How?
I don't think that's what's happening.
No, you know, I'm gonna do it.
I think he just said that because just for the sake of it.
Okay, if I see a Spanish word, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I Let's hear it. You've got one shot. Right, Gramps?
Witness, the court will permit you the chance to make one final statement. If you lie under oath again, Mr. Godot's coffee mug awaits you.
Oh, it's fucking scary.
As does my gavel.
That's a threat.
It is clear.
What do they always say in movies? I've got a bad feeling about this.
Very well, begin your final testimony, Mr. Armstrong.
He's standing right behind me, isn't he? It is true. I ate la body in la kitchen.
He's using law wrong, I think.
A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I had to go along with him because there was a reason why I could not refuse. But I did not kill him. Swear it. You must believe me.
Okay.
You were forced? By who?
I cannot say, or I will be erased.
Let's try a different question then. Mr. Elk died. Was he really the only person at his table?
There was. There was another man.
I knew it.
Maggie was telling the truth.
You may cross-examine the witness now, Mr. Wright.
There's just one more thing I need to do. I gotta break this guy and get him to tell us the name of the real killer. Objection.
Objection.
Oh, whoops, I forgot to read that. This is the man that you've been referring to.
Who is that? I feel like I've seen him somewhere before.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe a month ago in this very courtroom? This man is Furio Tigre. He's the manager of a loan office called Tender Lender. There's no point trying to hide the truth anymore, Mr. Armstrong. I know you couldn't go against Mr. Tigre, at least not while he had this on you.
His moped.
$500,000 loan from the black market loan shark. You had no way of paying it back, did you? That's why you were forced to do anything this man told you.
It is as you say.
Mr. Armstrong.
La Tigre. He told me he was going to use my restaurant for a business rendezvous.
Rendezvous.
Right, it doesn't sound how it spells. I don't use that word a lot, sorry.
It's okay.
On the day in the question, I was meeting a victim demands that he repay his loan.
My name is...
Nimbias.
Hello.
Just witness me say rendezvous wrong.
I don't know why it happens like that. I just did what he told me to do. I had no choice. I carried la body and la innocent Maggie out of the dining area and into the kitchen. After that, I just tried to forget what I had seen.
I think we can now safely say that the man who forced your hand was Mr. Furio Tigre.
I do have one further question for you, Mr. Armstrong. The poison and the lottery ticket that were found in the defendant's apron pocket. Was that your doing as well?
None, I knew nothing about that. Making it to look like it was Maggie who had done it, I was not. It is despicable. Despicable people.
Mr. Godot. You will summon this Furio Tigre as a witness. I doubt that can be arranged today, so we will adjourn for now. Proceedings will continue tomorrow.
"30 minutes.
What?
The trial will go on. I'll see to it myself. I need half an hour to get that guy in the stand. Not a minute more."
How the...
Don't sit back and relax yet, trite. No one knows if that chef is really telling the truth or not. The trial could still go on either way.
Very well, your request is granted, Mr. Godot. We will resume once Mr. Tigre is ready to take the stand. Until then, court is adjourned for a 30-minute recess.
longest recess we've gotten so far.
Yeah. Dang.
Alright, I'm gonna go get a candy.
Yeah, let's take a
Okay,
snack break.
Break time.
We'll be right back, y'all.
Snack break.
Snack break.
What it is, like for the past 2 days, I don't know if like I've been sleeping wrong, but the nerves from my elbow to my hand, when I wake up, it feels as if my like both middle fingers, like doing Spider-Man hand. Yeah, it feels like my nerves are pinched from there.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I wake up with like a numbness feeling from both of them. So I don't know what that is. It's weird.
I don't know.
It's not carpal tunnel, is it?
No, it's not. I mean, carpal tunnel would mean like I wouldn't be able to move it, right?
I don't know if it would mean that necessarily.
I don't know. It feels like whenever they put like those rubber band straps and they're about to give you a shot, and you just kind of lose feeling, and then you untie it, and then you get that like TV static feel. I don't know, it's weird.
It's just in your middle fingers?
Yeah, it's just in my middle finger. Same thing with my left hand, but not as much.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kind of sounds like a tendon thing, but
Probably. I'm not like flexible or anything. I can't touch my toes. Yeah, I'd never stretched.
Mm,
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope it eases up. It doesn't
Yeah, I hope so too. It's been 2 days already. Might have to take up yoga.
Yeah, I mean, I would suggest stretching, but I mean, I don't know what's wrong with your arms, so I don't want you to get hurt.
Any doctors in chat?
Any doctor in the chat?
Any doctors in chat? That'd be crazy. Just a doctor watching us like mid-operation.
I mean, putting like heat and ice on it probably wouldn't hurt.
Maybe.
It's usually good.
But what'd you guys do today?
I slept most of the day.
What did I do today? I had a bunch of stuff to get done this morning. Like, around my house. So I was like packing some stuff up, and then I had a doctor's appointment where my doctor was an hour late to our appointment.
Oh,
Bruh.
Yeah.
doctor,
Which is
like,
Like, I don't know, I get it. They're very
if
nice.
you're 5 minutes late, I'll cancel your appointment.
Literally.
But you have to wait an hour for me.
Literally, I've had an appointment canceled, and I live like an hour away from my doctor, so it's a drive. But I have gotten an appointment canceled while I was in the building because I was 6 minutes late to an appointment.
Oh my
That's
god.
wild.
I called them ahead of time. Like, I don't even remember why. I think it was because I got stuck. Literally, like, something I couldn't control. It was like I got stuck behind a train or something, you know, when you're like at the crossing. I was like, God damn it. I didn't account for this 15-minute train passing. And I told them that, and they're like, okay, well, if you're late. I was like, God damn it. So I went anyway, but it's always annoying. It went well, though. That's all I did today. What'd you do today?
I just worked. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I was on the road most of the time
Hello!
Hi, Naka.
I have a big jar of kimchi.
of the day. Oh,
Nice.
I was gonna work on a tractor, but then they just hit us left field and they were like, no, you gotta go to a job site. So we drove an hour there,
What?
and then I had to like replace a hydraulic hose.
Oh, okay.
And so I just kind of took that out, went to go get another one made.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just went back, popped it in, went back, but apparently we had to go to another job site, and we went back to the shop. Then we worked. I had to flip a blade, which is heavy as hell, and so I just did that for the rest of the day.
It sounds eventful. Went
Yeah,
to
it was.
places.
It was. It's frustrating.
Nimbus googled your symptoms, and I guess WebMD says it's lethal. So.
I have springly oingly. Oh no! How long do I
That's right.
have?
Alright, but let's continue.
So we're finally gonna see the tiger on the stand.
Oh, I didn't think she was gonna take a bite.
We've almost got this case won now, Nick.
I wish I could agree.
Huh?
When I cross-examined Mr. Armstrong just now, he said he was just doing what the tiger told him to do. But Godot picked up on it, remember? He pointed out that without proof, he wouldn't know if that he testified is if what he testified is true.
You mean, you think Mr. Armstrong was lying?
I don't know, but if that's the line the prosecution takes, we could be in trouble. I get the feeling that we don't have the case-making evidence we're going to need.
Hey, pal. Gumshoe.
Detective Gumshoe!
What are you so jumpy about, Detective? Your hair is standing on end.
Hey! That's the pot calling the kettle little Miss Top Knot. Hey, what? What does that mean? Is that like a metaphor?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, like, to say that, like, you're calling someone what you also are.
Oh, like you're one to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. That makes sense.
It's not a top knot.
Never
mind about
that. Sorry.
Never mind about the hair.
Just calm down, alright?
I can't stand still when I don't have a job to do. I kind of get wound up. Ah!
No kidding.
You gotta have something you need me to do, pal. Anything.
Go take a break. Jesus Christ. Well,
Gumshoe forgot their Adderall this morning. Hey, I'm gonna take a jog back down to the precinct. I could get some prints analyzed for you if you got an hour.
an hour. The trial will have reconvened by then.
But Nick, we still don't have a really decisive piece of evidence, right?
True. Without some kind of trump card to pull out of the bag, we're really stuck. You said you could get some fingerprint analysis done in an hour?
You bet.
In that case, would you mind checking the prints on this for me?
He's like jogging in place right now.
Mm.
If you're going back to the station anyways, could you find out whose prints are on this?
Oh, hey. That's the small bottle I gave you back at this morning, right?
No, it's completely different.
That was 2 weeks ago, buddy. I'm kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's time we solve the last mystery of who the print on this, on it belongs to.
Sure thing, pal. Actually, that's been, gnawing at me, too. He eats it. Okay, I'll get this off to the lab right away. Make sure you don't lose the case before I get back.
Reminds me of that SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob just panics and eats the like secret formula.
Yeah. Swallows it whole.
This is pretty much the final showdown, I guess.
The final.
It's time to separate the phonies from the real guys.
You said it, Maya.
This guy's a phony.
Oh, this kimchi spicy.
Isn't that good? That's good.
Hmm?
That's good.
It's the kimchi I made.
Oh, right.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Godot, did you find this, Furio Tigre?
I even tamed him for you.
Damn.
It was a 3-cup. It was a 3-cup job, no problem.
At this point, Godot's had like 80 cups of coffee, I'm pretty sure.
Hold on.
He has a
That's how
problem.
much he drank during that break.
Tamed him. The guy's name may be Furio Tigre, but come on.
He's pretty lively. Be careful. He still bites.
Sure he does.
Very well, please show Mr. Tigre to the stand.
Ooh, I'm excited. Ooh, he's red.
Witness, please state your name and occupation. Oh, okay.
Oh.
What happened to
Don't hide under the table, Maya. Unless there's room for me down there, too.
the fact that she just like disappeared? Oh.
What do you say to me?
Nothing.
This whole case is like the outer special.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, nothing. I didn't say nothing, honest.
Who could have guessed that fear would induce a bad Brooklyn accent in the judge?
I got business to take care of, you hear me? So who the hell called me into this hole? Was it you, Spiky?
No, of course not. It was the judge. Your Honor?
Oh dear, I seem to have dropped my pen. Where on earth is it? Don't mind me, just carry on with the proceedings as normal.
That's it. We're doomed.
Maybe you didn't hear me. I said, who the hell was it that called me in here? There's no need to shout. We can all hear you. What do you say? There's no point struggling. You're caught in a snare. The relentless snare of the law. And I'm the one that hauled you in.
Too cool.
Don't let him get the better of you, Nick.
Let's start with the basics. You know about the incident in question, correct? Incident? I don't know nothing about no stinking incident, masked boy. You mean you didn't attend the previous trial of Maggie Bird? Maggie who? I got more important things to do than watch courtroom dramas.
Of course, well, perhaps you could give us your testimony then? Please tell us about what you did on the day of the murder.
Wow, Judge.
Phoenix Wright. You was the one who set this up, didn't you? You's gonna regret the day you ruffled the tiger's fur. You hear what I'm saying?
Gulp. Maybe I should have brought a diaper with me today.
Get a grip, Nick.
I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent a lot of my time in my office. I got whales lined up to borrow cash from tender lender every single day. You want to check my alibi? Just ask Violetta.
Ah, at last I found my pen.
Of course.
Very well then.
Ugh!
What is it? Please, witness, if you could refrain from shouting out like that.
I know the kind of game that guy in the blue plays. That lowlife ain't no lawyer. He just punches away at stupid details like he wins.
Lowlife? Me?
Listen up, smarty. Every time you ask me something that doesn't relate to this case, I'm gonna bill you 50 grand, and you's gonna borrow the cash from me.
That's one loan contract I refuse to sign.
And don't think it ain't gonna hurt when you tangle with the tiger. I love a good spectator sport.
Just a minute. That's really not.
This witness is, how can I put it? A hungry tiger roaming the urban jungle? Get on his bad side and he'll bite everyone's head off. Yours too.
Very well, I have no choice but to impose a penalty system here.
You better be listening. I said I got business to take care of. Big business. If I don't split now, I ain't gonna catch my bus.
The court will now impose a penalty for any irrelevant pressings of the witness's testimony. Keep that in mind as you begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
You can do it, Nick.
Come out from under there already, would you, Maya?
No.
Hold it.
You sure about that? We're talking about 1 month ago, you know.
You see these teeth? That's how sharp my secretary is.
Sharp. You talking about Viola Cadaverini?
She writes everything in my scheduler.
Sorry if I just shrank myself. I'm really big.
It's okay. December, mainly in the office. That's what it says. So that's where I was.
Ooh, I just took a giant bite of food. That seems like a rather sketchy schedule.
There he goes again. But the tiger did all December isn't the issue. What's important is what he was doing on the day of the murder. So now what? Press harder. Mr. Tigre.
What do you want?
If you wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail.
Objection.
This is a dead end, right? And you know it. Remember the rules.
No, it's essential that we establish the witness's alibi accurately.
I agree.
The victim was killed on December 3rd. Were you in the office that day too?
Maybe yous ain't listening. Of course I was. I never set foot outside. I had meetings all day with a bunch of cats wanting to do business with me. Hello. I never seen that young kid before.
I do believe the witness's last statement was important. Mr. Godot, if you could please...
Mr. Tigre, the court asked you to add the last statement to your testimony.
Don't let an animal beat you. Be a man, Your Honor, and ask him yourself.
Objection!
Mr. Tigre, you claim you didn't know Mr. Glenn Elg. It appears that Mr. Elg knew you.
What?
Mr. Elg left this little note on his calendar. Meet with the tiger. And the date? December 3rd.
December 3rd? That's the day of the murder.
So, Mr. Tigre, submit that you did indeed know one Mr. Glenn Elg. Because on the very day of the incident, you met with him.
So orange. Not bad. He was actually not bad.
Sorry?
I was just messing with you. With yous. To see how good you were.
Okay.
Did you hear that, Nick? He said you're not bad.
That's one compliment I could do without. Plus, he's lying through his teeth.
Witness, please remember that you're under oath. Lies will not be tolerated.
You just calling me a liar? Is that what you're doing?
Ruh-roh.
So you're saying that you claim to have never seen that kid before? Is that is the truth? I said I'm dead serious. You better believe that's the truth. Huh. Then I'd say that gives me time to enjoy another cup of pure black magic.
He makes me crave coffee so bad.
That is why you testify for court again, Mr. Tigray.
Oh, yes, would you mind indulging the court witness?
He never actually met the victim. That's gotta be a lie right there. It's time I nailed this guy.
Oh,
Huh.
okay.
Right now.
Right now? Like, for real? I ain't no liar. I never met Glenelg. There was some lame guy with that name, though. Wanted to borrow cash from me. I set up a meeting with the guy at my office, tender lender. I waited around for him, but he never showed. I ain't never been to that Très Bien joint, you hear?
I see. That all seems perfectly logical.
Hmm.
You had arranged to meet with the victim, but he didn't show up.
I've heard it's pretty hard to keep appointments when you're dead.
Very well, you may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
So true, Godot.
Yes, Your Honor.
Didn't I tell you I got a big deal going down today? I ain't gonna make my bus now. I'm gonna have to take the express train. That bill's going straight to you, right?
Ugh. Hmm. I think you're lying, mister. Mr. Tigray, is there something you'd like to tell the court about these matches?
No, Feathers, don't make him mad. Matches? What you's talking about?
We found them in your office at Tenderlender. They're from that restaurant.
What?
You've really never been to Très Bien before? What was a book of the restaurant's matches doing on your desk?
You've been snooping around in my stuff now, too? Wise guy? What are you, my ball and chain? Ain't no broad controlling me.
I think there is, actually.
Order, order, well, witness. I think it's time you started telling us the truth, don't
no.
you? Oh, sorry, I'm terribly sorry for me.
I ain't no pussycat. I don't go back on what I said. But okay. I was at the joint that day.
What?
But listen good, alright? I must have been there, but I still never met that kid. Well. Looks like an order just came in for another testimony.
This close to proving it was him. He did meet Glen Elg that day, and he did put poison in his coffee. He must have.
Hmm.
Sorry, I'm eating candy right now.
What you eating?
Mexican candy.
Nice.
The one where, like it's like a big stick of hard candy and you dip it in the powder.
Mm.
Yeah. I'll look for the name in a bit. I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. Then I opened the door to the joint. I saw one ugly scene. That guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. I figured if the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. I heard the cops' sirens on my way out, and I went straight back to my office.
I see. You didn't actually meet with him in the end, then. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hold it! If I wait around here any longer, I ain't even gonna make the normal express. No more stupid questions. Huh. No problem. Anytime Tried presses you on something irrelevant, I'll see he pays a penalty.
Mr. Godot, that's my job.
Your job is to slam that little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict.
Damn.
So do it.
Damn.
Yes, sir.
A special witness ain't cheap, right? Just so yous know, since yous paying.
Oh man, doesn't the rule of the law mean anything around here? Objection! You're something of a loan collecting pro, aren't you, Mr. Tigray?
No one escapes the tigre clutches. I don't know why I said
Well,
it
I'm
that way.
something of a lie detecting pro. And no one escapes the Phoenix's clutches. I think it's about time we got something straight.
Hold on, give me a second.
I kind of want some candy now. Like, I have some gummy worms.
Okay, I'm back.
Ooh.
Can you go get some candy?
Maybe in a little bit.
Okay. What's this, Trite? A new line of irrelevant questioning.
These are the floor plans of the crime scene. See, you were standing at the entrance, Mr. Tigray. From there, your field of vision would have covered an area something like this.
Indeed, the witness would have had a clear view of the victim's seat.
Isn't that what I just said? I saw the back of the kid's head.
Unfortunately for you, that is not possible. The court would think back, you'll remember that between each of the tables is a tall partition.
Ooh, why, that's true.
Now look at the plans again. The truth is painfully obvious. From the entrance, the field of vision of any customer walking in ends here. Ooh, he's sweating. So, from the entrance of Trebian, you couldn't have seen the victim's seat. But you did see the victim that day, because you met with him.
Objection!
Wrong. Have you forgotten the old man's testimony yesterday? The victim was alone at his table.
But the defense just proved that point to be moot. The victim witnessed by Mr. Kudo was not Glenn Elg, but a fake.
What?
In order to have Mr. Kudo falsely testify, the real killer posed as the victim he had just killed and acted out a charade.
That will do. This trial has gone on long enough without the obvious question being answered. who exactly was the real killer who impersonated the victim. You say that the killer murdered Glenn L. and then impersonated his victim in the performance for Victor Kudo. In that case, Mr. Wright revealed the identity of the criminal to the court.
Obviously, killer is Furio Tigre. No one else could have done it.
What? Well, witness.
Now that's cute. You think you can pin this on the tiger? Maybe you just don't understand. The tiger is king of the jungle, so I dares you to say it again. Come on, you got the guts?
You can't threaten me, Mr. Tigray. It's the defense. Go ahead and tell the witness, Mr. Wright. Oh, Mr. Wright!
Sounds to me like it must be you. Yeah, you old man. You've got guts? I'll give you that.
Mr. Wright, do not leave me to handle this alone!
Perhaps I can end this embarrassment.
Mr. Godot!
Let's just go back over Mr. Kudo's testimony one more time. The old man didn't see just the victim. Oh, no.
The server girl's bought him a Javakino, but she put something in it. There's no question about it. She very conspicuously put some white powder in there.
Was the victim he saw the real victim or not? That doesn't matter. The fact remains he saw the accused put the poison into the coffee.
Yes, it was the witness who put something in.
Very impressive, Mr. Godot. Waiting for my absence to launch your attack.
Found your pen at last, right?
It was in my pocket. But anyway, Mr. Kudo witnessed two people that day. He saw the victim, the supposed Mr. Glenn Elg, and the waitress from behind.
Yes, your point, Mr. Wright.
I think the conclusion is obvious. If this Glenn Elg was really the killer in disguise, then surely it's possible that the waitress was also part of the show.
What? You mean the waitress, was an imposter as well?
The defendant, Miss Bird, fell unconscious immediately after the incident. And someone used her fainting to hatch an elaborate plan to pin the murder on her.
Who on earth was it? Who was this waitress that Mr. Kudo witnessed?
Take that!
Who is this woman?
Her name is Viola Cadaverini. She's an employee of Tender Lender.
He's making a big mistake. Do you know am I saying that right, Violetta?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know who Violetta's grandfather is? You'd better be going home in an armored truck tonight if you'd know what I mean.
Stop shaking, Nick.
Where was I? Yes, the defendant, Miss Bird, stated the following.
Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true there was another customer in the restaurant. She was sort of creepy. She had a kind of cackling laugh.
There are just too many contradictions in this case. The second man at the victim's table who nobody but Miss Bird seems to have seen. The earpiece worn by the victim in his left ear when that eardrum was ruptured. And the radio show he was supposedly listening to half an hour after it was over. There's only one logical explanation that clears up all of these contradictions. The incident took place twice, one for real and once for show. And Mr. Furio Tigre, the only person who could have committed the crime, is you.
Witness, what have you got to say?
That's cute.
Sorry?
You's alright. I could do with a guy like you around.
What do you mean?
Okay, I'm in on this game. I'm gonna have a... hold on, I'm going to charter a jet to get me to meet now. So I'm having a stroke.
It's okay.
But I'm gonna give you one more thing to think about before I go.
Something to think about?
You's got it all wrapped up nice, huh? Right? But you's missed out on one real important thing.
But that can't be.
I was in the joint that day, and I met that kid too. But I couldn't have poisoned him, you hear?
What? Do you really expect us to believe you now, Mr. Trite? Or, sorry, Tigre.
Huh. What a troublemaker.
Troublemaker?
Looks like we're gonna need one for the road. One more steaming cup of hot testimony.
Hot testimony.
Indeed. Witness, you will explain yourself to the court. I will give you one more chance to testify. What happened that day at Très Bien between yourself and the victim?
Is that right? Hot testimony? Yeah. I loaned El Cash about 100 grand.
What could you possibly need 100 grand for?
I don't know. That day.
This is Markiplier, isn't it? He needs a new setup.
Oh, true.
You're right. That day, we was due to have a little chat. The kid had hit payback date, see? So anyways, he tells me he's got no way to pay. I'm about to flatten the guy when he starts screaming. Yeah! I won! $500,000! He's got lucky, you know, real lucky. If that waitress hadn't done what she'd done, everything would have been over. Oh, I see.
Now I see that the principal amount you loaned to Mr. L was $50,000.
Yeah, well, you just got the VIG to take into account. Interest builds up fast, you know.
That's faster than fast. $100,000 is twice his principal.
And the repayment deadline was December 3rd, the day of the incident in question.
Yeah, he was one lucky kid. He got that $500,000 just in time. So I didn't have no reason to kill the kid. And if I ain't got no motive, you ain't got no case.
His motive? He has to have one, but what is it?
I really don't like that face that he's making.
The one with his tongue out?
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Hold it!
The waitress. You mean...
The girl with the glasses in the defendant chair. Who else could I mean? If she hadn't gotten away, things would have been a bada bing, bada boom, over and done with it.
I should push a little on this.
The bada bing bada boom caught me off guard.
What do you mean things would have been over and done with?
Are you all there or what? I'm talking about the cash. I was there to get my 100 grand. I was there to get my 100 grand back, that's all. I'm a businessman. It was all coming together before that waitress got in the way.
As far as I can tell from the witness's testimony, other than recouping his loan, Mr. Tigre had no motive for killing the victim. Witness, you will amend your testimony to reflect what you just said.
The tiger's motive, huh?
Objection!
So you just intended to get back the $100,000 Mr. Elg owed you, correct?
I loaned the guy the cash, so that's my right.
Unfortunately for Mr. Elg, $100,000 wasn't enough to cover it, was it?
Huh?
About 6 months ago, you were involved in a traffic accident, weren't you? An accident involving a car and a scooter in which a young woman was injured. She was taken to the hospital where she underwent surgery.
Where did you get all that info?
These medical papers document the treatment of the young woman in question. According to these, her operation cost $1 million. Payment for these expenses was due in December last year and was paid in full.
$1 million? A preposterous sum. Someone should sue these HMOs.
No one would pay a bill like that. If the medical association got wind of it, the hospital would end up as dead as a morgue.
Mr. Tigre had no choice but to pay, because his very life depended on it.
Order, order, order. My dog's barking, I'm so sorry. You say his life depended on it, Mr. Wright?
He heard Tigre and they were like, "Rah."
Indeed it did, simply because the injured woman was none other than Viola Cadavarini.
Did you say Cadavarini?
Bruto Cadavarini, mob boss in charge of all underworld activities in the city, and doting grandfather to his precious Violetta, also known as Viola Cadavarini. Your life was in danger unless you paid compensation to the boss, correct? It makes sense. You were desperate to acquire the $1 million Cadavarini demanded of you. So desperate, in fact, that you decided to sacrifice Glenn Elg's life to pay your debt.
Order, order, order. What do you say to that, witness?
Objection!
It's a nice little fairy tale, right? But even the witness did need $1 million. That doesn't tie him to Mr. Elg's murder. Mr. Elg only owed him 100 grand and had no hope of repaying it anyway. Yeah, that guy wasn't worth my split.
Objection!
I don't think so. In fact, the opposite is true.
The opposite?
Lending money with no hope of ever seeing repayment would normally be bad for business. But, in this case, the very fact that Glenn Elg had no way to repay the money is crucial.
What?
You know where you're going with this, Nick?
Gotta think outside the box, Maya.
Outside the box.
Very straightforward. Mr. Tigre wasn't after the $100,000 at all.
It seems you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright. Would you care to share it with us? Hmm? What exactly was Mr. Tigray after?
Take that!
Glenn Elg was a programmer, a highly skilled programmer. That skill was the collateral Mr. Elg put up in order to borrow the money.
Here to explain how skill can be used as a collateral to secure a loan, Trite?
He had the skill to create a computer virus, and so he did. A virus known as MC Bomber.
A computer virus? What does one of those do?
Computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc on the insides of a computer.
A computer? What does one of those do?
Come on,
Right, I
dude.
forgot.
Guess the beard isn't the only part of his honor that is from the Stone Age.
Damn.
I'll explain it to you later, Your Honor. Right now, this is the important point. A virus like MC Bomber would be worth several $1 million on the black market. Mr. Tigray, you couldn't have cared less about the $100,000, isn't that right? All you cared about was one thing, the virus.
Ugh.
The day of the murder, Mr. Tigray's sole intention was to get his hands on this CD. Glenn Elg had no way of paying back the $100,000, and Mr. Tigray knew it. But then a miracle happened. The kind that Mr. Tigray would prefer to say never happened, but he can't, and neither can I.
Lottery win?
Exactly. At the 11th hour, Mr. Elg won $500,000 in the lottery, which left Mr. Tigray with no way of getting his hands on the all-important CD. At least, no legitimate way.
Ooh, sugar.
So he resorted to illegitimate means.
That's crazy.
He murdered Glenn Elg and then made his next move, to frame Maggie Bird for the crime. Mr. Tigray posed as Glenn Elg, while Viola Cataverini played the role of Miss Bird. And then they reenacted the whole thing in order to establish a witness. The witness being the one we all heard testify yesterday, Mr. Victor Kudo.
Objection!
Like I said, Trite, that's crazy. No one could pull off a stunt like that. For starters, there's no way the chef could have been kept in the dark about it.
Objection!
But Mr. Armstrong was in on it from the very beginning. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Godot? Mr. Armstrong owed the witness money too. $500,000, in fact. He had no choice but to go along with Mr. Tigray's plans.
Order, order. Silence or I will clear the court.
Wah, I don't know. Who's put on a good show, Spiky?
Hello.
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 If yous want to stay alive in the loan shark business, you gotta be careful. You saying I dressed up like that kid created a witness and framed someone? If I did something crazy like that, I'd leave a trail as bright as my shirt. I ain't dumb enough to do something sloppy like that.
I agree.
You do?
Despite your appearance, you are very careful. That's why you took one more precaution. One more trick to make sure Miss Bird had no way out.
What? Another one, Mr. Wright.
Interesting. Why don't you fill us all in, Trite?
It was the silly little badge.
Oh, what on earth is that? What an insult to think anyone could be fooled by such a childish imitation.
Consider yourself insulted, Your Honor. Mr. Tigre, you didn't just pose as the victim on the day in question. A month ago in this very courtroom, you posed as me.
What? That's...
The truth.
But... The witness looks nothing like you, Mr. Wright.
Serious?
Although... Now that I think about it, it was you, wasn't it? No doubt it was you, standing in here, this very court, a mere month ago. The Phoenix Wright who put up the most disreputable, shabby defense I've ever seen.
Objection!
Can you prove that, Gramps? Prove the attorney who represented the accused here a month ago was this man? Are you prepared to take the stand and testify that it was him?
Go.
Hey, I forgot about it, yeah? Forget about it, okay? Naka, do it. Naka, can you do it?
Me?
Yeah, forget about it.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're from the East.
I wouldn't do something like that. Not me. You made a mistake, right? It was someone else, huh?
Objection!
You know pride, sir.
Objection!
This isn't a matter of pride. In case you didn't know, Trite, here in court we deal with people's lives.
Ugh.
Mr. Godot is right.
Your Honor?
Speaking for myself, I am absolutely convinced. The attorney in question was the witness standing before me now. However, I preside over this court as the judge with the vested power to hand down a verdict. Someone in my position cannot be swayed by a memory without evidence to support it.
No!
If the defense has no further evidence, the court will now excuse the witness. The circumstances surrounding Mr. Tigre are dubious for sure, but not conclusive.
But we've come so far.
You say he impersonated Glenn Elg. You say he impersonated you. But none of that adds up to a murder charge. You don't have a shred of evidence that the witness poisoned the victim's coffee. Ha!
Ugh.
Sucks to be you, right? Don't mess with the tiger. Oh my god. Jesus. Don't mess with the tiger, or you're gonna get mauled. You've got that?
All you managed to do here is chase him around a little bit. I was so close to getting him to admit his own guilt.
Ah. Oh, here comes another quote. Looks like I won't be needing a refill. Oh, never mind.
I had just one more piece of evidence. One more piece of evidence and maybe I could get Maggie off the hook.
This witness's cross-examination is over. You are free to go, Mr. Tigre.
Oh, where the hell is Gumshoe?
Yeah!
Your Honor?
Oh wait, I don't know who that is. Sir?
Yeah!
8.
Yeah! That was a great picture.
That was good.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot I was the judge. Detective?
Detective Gumshoe.
Sorry I took so long, pal. I staked everything on this. My badge. The works. So here it is. My heart's counting on this, too.
What is it, Detective?
Isn't it obvious, pal? It's the final decisive piece of evidence.
Yeah!
What?
I want to do my point emote. This seems like the time for it. I don't remember what the button is for it, though. Oh, that's waving.
Oh,
No.
Sorry it took so long, pal, but I finally got the results from the lab.
The results? Do you want to do this, Outer?
It's fine. I'll let you do this.
About the prints, pal, from the medicine bottle.
Oh, so do you know who the prints belong to now?
Do you think I'm some kind of hack detective? Of course I know.
So, tell us. They're the tigers, right? I knew it.
You bet. Clear as crystal, all over the bottle.
Yeah!
They're Furio Tigre's paw prints, all right.
That's great. We've got him now, Nick. What's wrong with you? You've hardly said a word since Detective Gumshoe got here. He's laid everything on the line for this, Nick?
I know. Look, I'm sorry. This is kind of hard to say, but it really doesn't make any difference whose prints are on that bottle now.
Huh? What? Why not?
What we need to produce at this stage of the trial is irrefutable evidence that the tiger put poison in Glenn Elk's coffee. He's already admitted that he met the victim. The fact that his prints are on this bottle really doesn't make any difference now.
I knew it. Great. No matter how hard I try, I'm never of any use.
Oh, Gumshoe.
Hey, don't be so hard on yourself.
This was our last chance to help Maggie. And I've been working on some useless piece of evidence this whole time. It's all right. I'm a real loser. It's not breaking news to me, pal.
Detective Gumshoe? Maggie? You've been working on something for me?
Sorry I let you down, Maggie. I know you didn't do it. And I'm a detective. We're supposed to be able to prove stuff like that. I'm really sorry. Oh.
Detective Gumshoe, wait!
He's gone. Oh. My bad. I got back into character. I'll let you do it still.
Isn't there anything we can do now, Nick?
Wish there was. Gumshoe worked so hard to get that evidence. If only there was some way I could use it.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
I granted you a recess so you could prepare this decisive evidence you've discovered.
Yes.
Don't keep us all in suspense. Try and show us. Naturally, we can assume it's evidence that will actually stand up in court, can we?
Think, Phoenix. Don't let Gumshoe's hard work go to waste.
How much more time are you gonna waste? I ain't been to no court before. But yous lawyers should know how to blow things out of proportion.
No doubt, given the nature of the evidence, it will speak for itself. Nevertheless, you will talk us through it, Mr. Wright.
Well, I know you can't prove anything new with this evidence. I'm really backed into a corner here. Maybe if he thinks he's got me beat. He'll let his guard down a bit.
Don't keep us waiting any longer, Mr. Wright. Present this final piece of decisive of evidence to the court. What? Decisive piece of It's fine.
This is the defense's final piece of evidence.
Isn't that the victim's?
Your Honor, naturally, the court is already aware of the contents of this bottle. However, interesting new information has come to light. We've clearly identified some fingerprints on it. Fingerprints belonging to you, Mr. Tigre.
What?
But, Mr. Wright, what conclusion are you hoping to draw from this new information?
No one in here knows this bottle contains, except one man. One person in this courtroom should theoretically be in the dark.
My prints are on that pansy-looking bottle? Is that what you're saying? Well, what the hell's in it? Anyway.
Phony trial, a phony lawyer, and phony clues. Everything about this case has been phony. Seems like the perfect excuse for some phony evidence. Mr. Tigre, this is the decisive piece of evidence that will prove your guilt. Why? Because it contains... This bottle contains potassium cyanide.
Oh.
Potassium cyanide?
Poison used to murder Mr. L, Your Honor. The victim's killer used this very bottle. And on this bottle, Mr. Tigre, we found your fingerprints. Well, how do you explain that?
You'd make a good clown, you know that?
What?
You ain't never gonna get this stick. You was just making me laugh now. You think a cheap bluff like that's gonna fool the tiger?
A bluff?
I can see straight through you, Phoenix, right? That ain't no bottle with the cyanide in it.
No. This is the bottle we found traces of the poison in.
Don't mess with the tiger. You're gonna get ripped to shreds. The cyanide bottle was Oh, I see what he did. The cyanide bottle was brown, and it was made of
This
glass.
guy dumb as hell.
He's hella ooped. He really ooped. That cheap piece of trash don't look nothing like it. He's hella ooped, dude.
That's pretty bad.
Phoenix
some-
big brained.
Can we get some oopids in chat? In chat? All right.
Judge Blink.
Never mind.
Oh my god.
I
Got
you.
him. At last.
Got him.
What? Why has everyone gone quiet? I said the
Is this the bottle you're referring to?
Yeah, that's it. That's the bottle with the cyanide.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that was
god.
it. But you ain't gonna find my prints on that. Don't let that cozy look suit fool you people. That lawyer's just playing games. Tell him, Mr. Prosecutor. Tell that guy where to go. You still haven't figured it out? Don't you realize what you just said? What I said? What did I just say?
You were summoned to this court for the first time earlier today. You really had nothing to do with the murder. You shouldn't have known all the little details. For instance, you shouldn't have known what kind of bottle the potassium cyanide was in.
Oh.
But just now, you slipped up in front of every single person in this courtroom. You described the exact bottle used by the killer to hold the poison.
You just don't know who he's just messing with. I'm the Tiger. I control millions of dollars on the black market. You just think I'm gonna let some jumped up suit get the better of me?
Sure, the last piece of evidence was phony. But that's just what you deserve. The phony trial with a phony lawyer. It was all played out by you, the biggest phony of all.
Damn.
Whoa! Ew. Oh!
Ooh.
Oh!
He died it.
Huh?
Oh.
What the?
Oh, what is going on? It looks like a. I don't know how to.
Is that the judge's eyes?
Yeah, I think so.
It's bailiff.
Oh.
I thought that was Phoenix. Oh, yeah.
Oh shit!
Ah!
Well done, tried.
He's the only one who can see. Whoa!
I saved my 17th cup of coffee just for you.
Oh.
Savor it. While you watch the police restrain your prey.
That was good. That was a good segment.
Mr. Wright, you caught a tiger by his toes, but if this one hollers, he won't be let go.
Good one, Judge.
Then
I see what he did there.
he's going with Mr. Tigre, Mr. Godot.
He's being arrested on suspicion of the murder of Glenn Elg, Your Honor.
Fortunately for us, we managed to rectify a very grave error. Miss Bird was found guilty in the absence of a genuine defense attorney.
Yes, she was.
And in the absence of genuine evidence. But the tiger made one mistake.
Indeed. He very nearly got away with everything if it wasn't for that one slip of the tongue. Furio Tigre is truly frightening criminal.
Huh. The truly frightened one is that defense attorney over there.
Good hell.
Well, I am now in a position to deliver my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird,
Yay!
Yay!
Somebody's whistling at the back. It's like a baseball stadium. Okay. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Yay, we did it.
Mr. Wright, I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations, Maggie!
I was so mad when Mr. Wright landed me in all that trouble a month ago, but now I feel like I can forgive him.
Hey, that wasn't me, Maggie. That was the tiger.
Look, Nick, look, Nick in the doorway.
Ooh.
Detective Gumshoe.
Hi, Gumshoe.
Oh, I guess I'll be heading off then. See you later soon.
Wait.
Detective Gumshoe.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations, Maggie.
Thanks.
I knew you were innocent all along.
Why didn't you say that in your testimony then?
Huh? Oh, well, I was. Well, yes, I'll be heading off then.
Oh
See you
my
later.
God.
Wait up, detective! He just ran off.
Maggie! Why are you being so hard on him? He busted his butt for you. It's thanks to him that we got the medication bottle.
That wasn't even of any use.
But
It's only because Mr. Wright used it so cleverly. Detective Gumshoe was just running around in circles.
Poor guy. Looks like he still isn't ready to. She still isn't ready to forgive him.
can't you put in a good word for him, Nick?
Yeah, Maya's right. I should help Gumshoe out. It's clear he needs it. Maggie? You know, Detective Gumshoe's been really worried about you through all of this.
Wanted to believe that, sir. But on that first day of the trial, he practically gave the judge a free pass to lock me up.
He didn't have any choice, Maggie. He's a detective. He has to report the facts.
He doubted me, that's why. He thought I might have done it.
I've got to prove to her that Gumshoe really cares about her. I know. I'll give her a little present to celebrate her freedom.
It's
The poison.
weenie.
Oh.
Weenie.
The weenies, yeah.
Weenie time.
I've had those
Weenie
weenies
time.
for so long.
I
Yeah,
don't
they've
think
just been brewing.
They're like room temperature.
Ew.
it's like 2 weeks room temp
The rice is
weenies.
all dry.
Ooh. Here you are. A present to celebrate your freedom.
That's...
A present from Detective Gumshoe. Made with tons of love.
He said you lost weight and he was worried about you.
Detective Gumshoe?
Forget about the lost weight
I-
part.
I actually really like weenies, you know?
Oh,
Oh.
Did you guys hear that? I'm pretty hungry myself, you know.
Oh,
Yeah, the trial dragged on a bit today, didn't it?
Is it okay if I eat this now?
Oh.
Aww.
So, how is it, Maggie?
It's really good.
I wonder if in the Japanese version if she's holding chopsticks.
Mhm.
Because of the way she's holding the fork.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
False allegations surrounding Maggie have all been cleared up. And who knows, maybe a whole new chapter of her life is about to start.
Look at the weenie residue.
Residue.
Ugh.
Looks delicious, just...
The
Mm.
end. We
We
did
didn't get to
it.
see... We didn't get to see Gumshoe and Maggie, no!
I was hoping Goth Lady would talk again.
Yeah, I thought she did, but
Yeah. I could have
Maybe-
sworn she had like a little after part where she was
Yeah.
like, "Thank you for
I
freeing
think-
me."
maybe it shows up in like the very end when
Oh, okay.
everyone, like during the credits.
Yeah.
Wait, did we finish the game?
No, we have two
Just that
more
trial.
cases.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The next one is really short, and I think we can finish the next one next time in
Okay.
one sitting. So
Yeah.
Oh.
Tomorrow?
yeah, we could do tomorrow if you guys
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
are. And then so the next one, case 4, is really short.
Mm.
And the one after that, case 5, is the final case, and it's very long.
Okay.
Oh, but it's so good though.
It's so good. It's like the best
It's the
case
best.
in
yeah.
like it's one of the best cases in like the whole series, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked this one, but I'm excited to see
Oh yeah.
what the next two are about.
The next
Yeah.
one is gonna provide like a foundation for the one after it.
Oh, okay.
Both of them are pretty dang good, but the very last one is like super memorable.
Mm.
But that's gonna be it for today. Tune in next time for Turnabout Beginnings,
Woo.
where we're gonna see some interesting stuff happening. So tune in, especially if you are interested in the very last case, because this is some important foundation information. Yeah, that's gonna be it. We'll see you guys next time, aka tomorrow.
Yay!
Alright, bye-bye.
Bye.
The eclipse.
We'll rise again.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow we will rise.
We'll rise tomorrow.